It is April 4th, 404 day, and the SP-404 has just released a new update. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Bolo!
All right, so the SP-404 has just released a brand new update. It is version 404, hence April 4th, 404 day. And shout out to all my people in Atlanta as well. You know, the 404, I know y'all partying hard today, even though I have a Houston Rockets hat on today, but you know, it's all good. Now they have a few updates. The first one is the loop capture feature. This is inspired by the SP-555. Next is the Mulitpad Export. This is a way for you to go to any one of your patterns and actually stem out all of the samples in the pattern so you guys can go ahead and build your beats in your DAW that way. Now, for all you Koala users and you people that use SP-404s as well, they now have a Koala and SP-404 app integration. So now you can control your Koala app with the SP-404. They've added a new groove function that's inspired by the XP9000, and this way you can go ahead and add a little human feel to those drums, if you know what I mean. And then they've added a sound generator as well. And last but not least, you can now do preset measures for your sampling and resampling, so you guys can always come up with the perfect loop once you sample something in. So today I'm going to go through just a few key features, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the new looper tool. First thing that we're going to have to do is make sure we have our external source turned on so we can go ahead and sample in. I have one of my keyboards right here, as you guys can hear. And all you simply have to do is hit Shift and then hit the value knob right here. And it's going to ask you if you want to go ahead and enable the looper. And all you got to do is just press OK. And then once you do that, all we have to do is hit mark right here. And it's going to ask us, well, you can hear the thing clicking already. It's going to ask us how many measures, and I'm going to go ahead and set that to, let's just do 4. Auto triggering, I'm going to leave that on, and I'm going to change this tempo to like, I don't know, 130. I guess that'll be cool enough. And then we have everything ready to go. So now that we have that set, we can go ahead and record some audio in here. And I'm going to record something really quick in here so you guys can just see how this thing works. All right, so now that we have everything set, we can just go ahead and press record. It's going to ask for us to wait to hear the signal, and we're just going to play something real quick. And as you guys can see, it recorded it. I didn't do the best take because I'm not a really good left-handed player like that. But as you guys can see, it already recorded that in there. Now, either we can leave that and then save that to a pad, or we can build on top of that as well. So let's go to a different sound. Maybe like some strings or something like that. All right, sounds pretty cool. Now we can go ahead and press stop, or we can go ahead and resample on top of that. So we can press record, it'll play, we can press resample, and then we can overdub on top of that. And then turn off the resample, and then there we go. We have our own little personal loop that we just did. So we can press record to stop. And then what we can do is we can press copy, and we can save that to a pad. I'm going to save it right here to in bank A pad 1. So now that we have that saved, we exit out of that. We actually have that saved to a pad. And then now what we can do is, if we want to chop this up, if we want to resample it, if we want to add effects to it, we can go ahead and do that. And it's that easy to do. And now, speaking of recording like other sounds, we can go ahead and now when we record something in, we won't just have this continuous measures or whatever to record in. We can actually set how long we want to record in. So what we can do now is we can go ahead and just press the record button right here. And as you guys can see, I have this M right here because I already have it set to how many measures. You can set it from 1 measure, 2 measures, 4 measures, 8 measures, all the way down. I'm going to set it to 4 right here. Then I'm going to set this BPM to, I think we had it set to like 130 or something like that. And then we pretty much got everything ready to go. So now we have to do is select what pad we want to go to. We just select pad 2. And now that we have that set, we're going to go ahead and just play our bass part. All right, so it has that set. So now when we play it, it's already placed on the pad already, ready for us to go, and we have it in a perfect loop. And then now if we play it with the loop that we made, all right, so now that we have the new loop that we created and we have the bass sample that we created, we can go in here and we can either chop these up, we can turn the gate on and off, or we can add some drums and stuff to it and make our own track. And it's much easier this way because now we have some new parameters to where we can actually make our loops and the way we can actually sample in with just having set pre-measures already. Now, you just see me record that bass part in, but what if we just wanted to record sounds directly from the actual SP-404? All we simply have to do is press Shift and press the record settings button right here. We press that and it takes us to our own generated tones in here. So if I press it, and then if we want to change the type of the tone, all we have to do is press this little cut, turn the cut off, and we can change the type of the tone. It has a whole bunch of stuff in here. I'm gonna stick right here with this tone, and then you can change the frequency of it. And you got the level of it as well. All right, so say for instance, we like this particular tone right here. All we simply have to do is press the record button right here. It's gonna ask us where we want to export it. Let's go ahead and put it right here to 3. And then we press record again, and it'll export it to pad 3. And now we have that tone, and then now what we can do is we can actually go into chromatic mode with that tone. Now that we have this in chromatic mode, we can go ahead and use it as our own instrument, and we can add effects on it as well. So the user-generated tones, not too bad. All right, the next thing we have is the Mulitpad Export. I made a really quick beat by using the looper tool and adding some drums in here, and this is what it sounds like. All right, sounds pretty cool, but say for instance, I want to take this and I want to get all of the stems from this track. So I want to break everything down so every single sound is on its own track and I can just import it into my DAW. All we simply have to do is go to Shift, pad 14, go right here to export to SD card, and then go to Multipad. And basically when you press on this Multipad, it's going to break down every single sample that is used and it's going to put it on its own track. So you basically have stems for the whole pattern now. So we're going to hit Multipad. It's going to ask us which pattern, which is the one pattern we got. We're going to click on that and we're going to execute that. And it's going to take all 7 of the sounds, and what it's going to do is going to split all of those 7 sounds onto their own track. So now you have full and complete control over this inside of your DAW. Come on now. So we all know that the Koala Sampler is basically an SP-404 for the iPad. And for all of you SP-404 users who do have the Koala Sampler, you guys can go ahead and control the Koala Sampler by just using your SP-404. All you have to do is just simply hook in your lightning cable or whatever cable you have into your SP-404, and then they will interact with each other and you can use it. Just like I got my samples loaded up right here inside the SP-404. And everything works fine. Now you have to make sure to go ahead and turn on external source as well, even though that the sounds are coming in via the USB-C cable. You have to make sure that's turned on so you can go ahead and hear the sounds coming out of the SP-404. Now the good thing about that is we can add the SP-404 effects in here, and to make things even better, if you want to go ahead and route this to like your preamps and stuff like that, you guys can go ahead and do that as well using your 1/4" cables. So now you can have not only the effects of the SP-404, but you can have that analog sound. Now, if we want to make a beat, it's simple. All we have to do is just do what we've been doing. Just go to pattern select, go to record, select the pattern that we want. I already have it set for 140 BPM, strength 100. We could press record and add our own pattern. All right, that was real cheesy, but you guys get what I'm doing, okay? So you can do that with any type of sample. You can make full beats with this and then have the SP-404 control the whole program. Come on now. What a day. SP-404 day. All right, so there it is, the new updates for the SP-404. They seem pretty dope, seem pretty cool, and hopefully they will help you out on your journey to making some really good beats. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.